I want to talk today about the major reasons why massage practices fail financially. In other words, you've got an existing practice. It's not working. You're not making money. You're not getting clients. You're not making ends meet. It's starting to look really, really scary. And you are afraid that you can't keep your doors open. So major reasons why practices fail. Okay, so number one is you don't have a business, you have a hobby. So I've talked about this a lot. I think it's imperative that massage therapists understand it is not enough to have great skills. You have to have business skills as well. And a lot of therapists struggle financially because they resent the business skills. They don't want to sell. They don't want to look at the numbers. They don't want to look at the data. They just want to help people. And that's what I call starving healer syndrome, which means you're absolutely ignoring the things that make your business a business. You're ignoring profit. You're ignoring margins. You're ignoring the data. And you're certainly not embodying the mindset of a CEO of a business. And so you can't expect a business to produce results financially if you're treating it like a hobby. The definition of a business is that it sells services or goods for profit. And that's the whole thing. But so many people have what they think is a business, but it's actually just an expensive hobby. Okay. A hobby takes money away from you, right? You spend money on your hobby. It doesn't make you money. So that's the first thing to consider and just to evaluate. Okay. So just not thinking about it, not approaching it like a CEO would about a business. All right. There's a couple of other things. If you don't have a niche, you're invisible. If you guys haven't watched my 45 minute free training on my website, please go get it right now. It's called 4 Shifts for Creating a Crisis-Proof Massage Practice. And you can get it at rockyourmassagepractice.com. That's my website. Go there at the very top, click to access my free training. You can watch it on demand and I'll expand on a lot of these principles. But if you have no niche, you're going to struggle. If you have no congruent marketing messaging or no marketing messaging at all, then you're going to struggle. One of the things that allows you to make money is that you're offering your services in a marketplace that's valuing what your services are. So in other words, it's you're providing value in the marketplace. And it is your job. It is your job to create the value in the perception of the prospective client. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say it a different way. It is not your client's job to value you. It is not the public's job to see the amazingness that you are. It is your job to present your business and yourself and your offerings in such a way that people recognize the value of what you provide. That's why, going back to niche, you can't just be like, I'm a massage therapist and I give massages. That is like the dumbest way to talk about your practice. Or even just to say, oh, I just do pain relief. It's like everybody does pain relief, right? So anyway, go grab that training if you haven't watched it. If you haven't watched it in a while, go get it again. But that's so important that you're dialed in about the value that you provide in the marketplace and that you are successfully conveying to your prospects and to your clients what that value is. It's so important. Okay. Is this helpful so far, you guys? Let me know. Let's see. Another reason why practices fail is because you believe that word of mouth marketing is the way to market your practice. I don't disagree that word of mouth marketing is incredibly valuable. But if you don't have systems for acquiring new clients on a regular basis, you're going to have hit and miss. Word of mouth, again, it's kind of like the slow road to hell. It's like, oh, I have these 10 clients and they rave about me. And maybe 5 of them will talk about me to 3 of their friends or coworkers or family members. And then maybe one of those people might book an appointment 6 months down the road. Can you guys see that's not consistent and it's not predictable? Every business needs a way of generating enough conversations on a repeatable basis in order to get the volume of new clients coming into your practice, which leads me to another reason why massage practices fail to be financially successful is that you're just simply not focused on or even related to how many new clients you need to be bringing in every single month. I'm telling you guys, my whole practice shifted when I realized I had one goal and one goal only, and that was to fill empty appointments. And then I just looked at my calendar and I was like, okay, how many openings did we have that went by? Okay, let's see, 40 openings. So we have basically 10 a week that went unbooked, right? And then I just decided, okay, my goal and my only focus is 40 new clients this month, period. Like I knew I could retain, I knew that we were retaining clients. I knew that wasn't an issue, but that's just something else that some of you also need to look at. My only goal became fill slots. And with that metric in front of me, it'll make it so simple when you just look at, okay, what needs to happen such that I fill or bring in 40 new clients this month, or whatever that number is for you when you look at the vacancies. It makes it really, really simple. And if you want all of my time-tested, proven, kick-ass strategies for how to do that, that's a couple ways you can get that. Number one is make sure you've registered for my Mapping Out Your Six-Figure Massage Practice workshop. And if you want more high-level help and you really want us to walk you through, then you should definitely consider applying for my 8-week academy, Rock Your Massage Practice Academy, which you can also do on my website, rockyourmassagepractice.com. Okay? It's by application only. It's not the kind of thing that you can just like enroll in. Another reason why you might struggle is because you guys aren't going to believe this when I say this, but I'm going to say it, is because you don't actually want it. Yep, I said it. It's because you don't actually want it. In other words, other things are more important in your life right now. Like maybe you are homeschooling 5 children, or maybe you're going through a divorce, maybe both of those things. Maybe you are going through a health crisis. Maybe you're in a financial crisis. If you're truly, truly, truly out of runway, you guys, you should not be building a practice. And I mean that, like if you're out of gas emotionally, financially, there is nothing wrong with taking a break. That's what I did. And I made a comeback when I came back later. I don't think there's anything wrong with admitting, you know what? I can't do this right now. It's not working. Sometimes you need to pause, go get a job that gives you consistent income. There's a billion places hiring right now. Jimmy John's hired my 14-year-old. I didn't even know 14-year-olds could have a job. And there's my son now making sandwiches in, what is he, in 8th grade? Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that. I did that. Remember, those of you that have heard my story, a time or 7, this was my dream, this was my calling, this was my passion. There was nothing else I wanted to do. And I wasn't freaking making money. And I couldn't make ends meet, so I quit. I quit and I got a job answering phones for $10 an hour in 2000. That's what I did. I had to address the reality of my financial situation. So just know that sometimes you have to do that. And there's nothing wrong with getting a part-time job or getting a full-time job while you're building or rebuilding your practice. It's a smart thing to do. It's a mature thing to do. It's an adult thing to do. And it's the right thing to do. And it is not failure. It is not failure. Listen to me. It's not failure. Okay? So that was what allowed me to reset, reboot, refocus, get out of debt. And then a few years later, I was able to relaunch my practice with like awesome success, right? Okay, so that's the deal. All right, a couple other things I want to throw at you. Is this helpful, you guys? Let me know in the comments. The other thing, reason why your practice might be failing is because you're not focusing on the data. I said the D word. I know most massage therapists are number phobic. You don't want to look at the office work stuff. You don't want to look at the numbers. The top reasons why massage practices fail to succeed financially. Okay. I think I was in the middle of talking about how a lot of people are freaked out right now in tax season and realizing, oh my gosh, I owe all this money, or, having some stress like that. So it's really, really common in our industry that we don't look at the data. We don't like the data. But you have to learn to love the data because the data is what drives your practice. I'm not kidding. I've given my clients like so many of these wicked awesome tools and spreadsheets and things like that for like how to focus on the data in their practice because it tells the truth. You might feel like, oh, I'm struggling. You might feel like, oh, I have this problem and nothing's working. But trust me, if I were to get all of the data inside of your practice, I could tell you exactly what's going on. Just like a doctor or nurse practitioner or what have you could draw your blood and analyze what's going on in your blood, and they could diagnose why you're sleeping 14 hours a day, right? There's certain markers in the data of your massage practice that I can look at that will tell me exactly what your problem is, right? It'll tell me, oh, you're anemic. Oh, it'll tell me you got a blood sugar problem. Like those kind. It's that simple. So not paying attention to the data is extremely dangerous and extremely harmful to your business. So I would hope that I've driven the point home that could be a contributing factor to failure and struggle is refusing to make friends with all the data in your practice. Okay. And then I think maybe the last piece here, unless you guys have further questions or anything else to contribute, is actually two more things. Number one is you suck at selling your services, right? That's why I love teaching sales and communication to massage therapists, is because that is 90% of your success, is being totally at home as a heart-centered healer. And by the way, oh my goodness, we just released the recordings of my heart-centered selling training. Those are also on my website, rockyourmassagepractice.com. You'll see a little tab that says workshops, and you can buy it. So if you missed it, you can just go buy it and go through the recordings. They are awesome. My students and graduates of Rock Your Massage Practice Academy just rave about how they've gone over those videos like 5 times, and it's so helpful. Okay, that's the other piece, selling. Okay, and then this last one is about, two more. We kind of touched on mindset, but I'll just circle back to that to say, if you aren't eating, breathing, drinking, and dreaming about your success, it's not going to happen. You've got to be wholly focused on your victory more than half of the time. That means your thoughts, your feelings, your attitudes, the pictures in your mind, the movies in your mind, your memories and all of that. You have got to be laser focused on you winning. What does that look like, feel like, sound like? How are you going to be celebrating that? Why is that important to you? What actions do you need to be taking? Seeing yourself being successful. It's so important, you guys. I said communication is one of the most important elements of your practice, but mindset is everything. I swear, if all I did was just coach people in mindset and I didn't coach them in business strategy, they would elevate their levels of success. Good thing I do both, because I think they're both important. So that's one thing. All right. And then, I'm not kidding, this really is the final thing, is that actions take time. Sometimes people give up very quickly, or they haven't been good planners. They think that when they start their practice, they're going to be profitable in 30 days. They think they're going to be profitable in 90 days. They think they're going to be profitable in a year. You guys, do you know in the service industry, it takes like 2 to 5 years to build and fill your practice. It takes time. I know we're totally used to like instant gratification, and you click on something and it's there, and you buy a download and it's in your inbox in 30 seconds. Building a practice doesn't work that way, not for us. So that's why it's really dumb to take marketing advice from people that don't know this industry. The expectations need to be shifted such that you are thinking about your business in 90-day segments, at least 90 days. So you need to think that what actions am I going to take today that are going to get me where I want to be in 90 days? In other words, the results you have in your practice today are directly correlated to where your head was and where your boots were 90 days ago. So many of you, when I teach that principle, are like mind blown, because it just makes so much sense. So moving forward, you need to be very forward thinking about your practice, moving your business forward, but doing it inside of a realistic time frame. Don't expect because you posted a thing on social, you're suddenly going to get 200 bookings. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes it does. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm saying do that, but do it very consistently for 90 days. And then let's talk about the results, because then we can see what's working and what's not working. So that realistic expectation set and consistency over time, oh, guys, that's just money right there. That's so important. I want to talk a little bit about money for those of you that are just starting out, or you're on the verge of just starting out. You are getting ready to launch your practice, or you kind of want to quit your job, or, something like that. Okay. Let me set you up for success. Can I, please? Okay. So if you're brand new, haven't started your own business yet, let me know. Say, that's me. Total newbie right here. Totally fine. Because I really want to help you out with this. It is an absolute fallacy that because you have a massage table and 3 sets of sheets and a holster with oil in it, you have a business. That was why I struggled. I'm not kidding you guys. That is why I struggled for a decade to support a family of 1. Please understand. It takes resources to build and start a business and to keep it going while you're getting off the ground. Please do not think that because you have $500 in your bank account, you're good to go. That is one of the most dangerous places that you can be. It is true that small businesses fail because they're undercapitalized. But what that means is you underestimated how much money you have to pour into your business before you ever even get $1 back. You have to pour a lot into your business if you're serious about it. You have to have income while you're building your business. You have to have reserves. You have to have the ability to borrow money. I mean, like, get straight up loans and stuff, or your credit cards. One of my graduates was asking about moving to a new location, having to start over, and how easy is it to get a business loan for a new business? Really hard, guys, really hard. Because if you don't have an existing business, the bank's not going to loan you any money. And you have to show up with some 400-page business plan that's going to basically convince the bank why they should take a risk on you. It's really hard, and I don't recommend it. So here's what I recommend instead. I recommend that, first of all, you really take my advice and think realistically about what it's going to take for you to start your practice. Time, money, credit, loans, energy, focus, persistence, grit, tenacity. Building a business is freaking hard. Being self-employed is hard. And you also have to make sure you're paying attention to the key metrics of your business so that you're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall and praying for clients. It doesn't work like that, okay? So that's the first thing, is just make sure you are well apprised of what you're about to undertake. And if you're not sure about it, then by all means get a job. It's fine. Work at a franchise, work at a spa, work for a solid sole proprietor that can get you up and running and get you some clients and get you some experience while you kind of figure out what it is that you want to do. I also recommend you jump into my Jumpstart program. That one is a DIY program that's for everybody, but it's exceptionally useful for people that have never started out yet. And that's one of the reasons why we created that program. You can find out about that one at jumpstartyourmassagepractice.com. It's only $9.97. And I think we even have a thing where you can do 2 payments. It's super, super easy, and it'll coach you through 4 key modules that are absolutely foundational for your success. I don't mean $9.97, guys. It's $997. Okay. And we do offer CEUs if you need them. I have been signing my own paychecks since 2009. And you know what? As a woman who has 3 children and files taxes as head of household, who doesn't depend on alimony and child support from anybody, that's a big freaking deal. I'm super proud of that. And I want you, for those of you that want to step into a new level of entrepreneurship, to me, it's that's the thing that I love the best, when I see my clients coming out on the other side saying, I have the courage to do this now. I have the confidence to do this. I know exactly what to do, and I have realistic expectations around it. And then, of course, support, right? Support right here. We're so excited to have you guys here in our community, you know, whether you've worked with us or not, or whether you're like, who the heck is this lady who's super animated and we've never even met before. And just know that you're in the right place. And we have so many resources to support you. So just ask. Just ask. And pretty soon here, I'm going to be unleashing a whole team of support people in our community for you guys. All right. I'm going to be introducing you to our other team members so that you can connect with them. You're going to be hearing more from them. And then also stay tuned because we're launching something really, really cool that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And what that is a step above free, because we do a lot of things for free. And some of you guys want a little bit more of, that's kind of like, you know, the Taylor Swift concert tour that's been going on and everybody's like freaking out about how awesome it is. It's like people are so pumped just to get tickets, they'll totally fine to be in the nosebleed section. But, you know, those tickets weren't free, but sometimes people are like, you know, if I could just pay a little bit more just to get a little bit closer. Not that I am comparing myself to the incomparable musical prodigy and businesswoman that is Taylor Swift. But I'm just saying, we do a lot of free stuff here, but we've heard you and some of you guys want a little bit more. I have been a massage therapist since 1995. In fact, I got my little renewal certificate in the mail today. I've got to renew my license, even though I'm no longer practicing as a massage therapist. Yes, I do have a license and I renew it every 2 years. And I'm really, really proud of this profession. And I just hope that, how do I want to say this? This is my closing prayer. I hope that you take advantage of the fact that I've been where you are. I've been where you are, and I've been in this field for literally more than half my life. I went to massage school when I was 17, and I just turned 46 this year. So literally well more than half of my life. And I really do care about our industry and the people in it and how we're perceived. And I'm just an activist and an advocate across all fronts to elevate our industry and to empower you to live life on your terms, to be liberated, to be empowered, and to be connected to the joy that you first got into this profession for. And also, I want to help you guys to make crap loads of money. Because you can, and you deserve to. And that's one of the ways that we are going to be taken seriously by the people that don't take us seriously, is you have to earn respectable wages. It's very important. Okay, love ya. That's it for tonight. Comments, questions, welcome. We'll talk to you guys soon. Stay tuned.